Hi, I'm Pat Tivoli, the founder of the Journey the Breath Breathwork School, and this is a short practice for slowing things down and checking in. Oftentimes in life, we're moving fast through the world, from one task to the next, and living a life that's driven by the need to perform. This is about stepping instead into presence, so slowing everything down, noticing how we're doing, and checking in with what we need. So I encourage you to take a couple of minutes with this practice, come back to it anytime you find it supportive, and allow yourself this gift of slowness and stillness. So if it's comfortable for you, I invite you to gently close down your eyes. If it's more comfortable to keep the eyes open, maybe just soften your gaze and maybe allow the eyes to be downcast. And as we begin, maybe just becoming aware or bringing your awareness to your feet. And see if you can get a sense of the shape of your feet and the weight of your feet. And then maybe notice where your feet end and where the surface beneath you begins. So becoming aware of the end of your physical boundary, where you end and where the surface beneath you begins. And then gently bringing your awareness to the surface you're seated on. Maybe adjusting your body to get even more comfortable. Allowing yourself to be held. And then checking in with your spine. Going to see if you can find maybe a little more length in your spine. So maybe gently tucking your chin, which can elongate the spine. Or maybe imagining a piece of string at the crown of your head that's just going to pull you a little bit taller, so you can be alert but remain relaxed. And then going to allow your shoulders to fall away from your ears. Allow your jaw to soften. Face to soften. And maybe around the chest and the heart, you can find some softness too. And we're going to take a couple of breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth to begin. So as you breathe in through the nose, see if you can find some length in your spine. So as you breathe in, you're finding some length in the spine. As you breathe out through your mouth, see if you can find some softness down the front of your body. So breathing in through the nose, length in the spine. Out through the mouth, softness down the front of the body. So inhaling length, and exhaling softness. Inhaling length, exhaling softness. And now just allowing your breath to find a natural cadence. Breathing in and out through the nose. And as you breathe in and out through the nose, just notice the quality of your breath. Quality of your natural organic breath. noticing if it's fast or slow. Short or long. And notice where you feel the breath the most present in your body. And as you breathe, you might even notice the subtle difference between the cool air that comes in to the body and the slightly warmer air that goes back out. The cool air that comes in and the warm air that goes out. Just staying with your natural organic breath. I'm going to invite you to scan your body and just notice what sensations are present. Maybe tension or tightness. Maybe there's spaciousness. Maybe there's tingles. Maybe there's temperature changes. But just scanning your body with the curiosity and wonder of a child. Nothing to fix or analyze, nothing to change. And so often we live in our heads. Maybe we say that we're overthinking. And often that overthinking really is more about under-feeling. And so for these next 2 minutes or so, just going to stay with sensation. If you go to your mind and to story, see if you can drop back into your body and sensation. Knowing the fastest way to come out of the mind is to come into the body mind. And you'll notice that sensation is often dynamic, it changes, it moves. When we allow ourselves to turn toward the body and give it permission to express through sensation, there's a natural flow that becomes restored. When we neglect the body or overlook the body and stay stuck in our heads, it's almost like kinks in a hose that prevents this natural flow. And again, when the mind goes off on its own, just coming back to what am I noticing in my body? What sensation? What sensation now? And then just relaxing the awareness, allowing your mind to go wherever it wants to go. Again, feeling your feet connected, supported by the surface beneath you. I'm going to encourage you, coming toward a close here, to join me for 3 deep breaths. As we breathe in through the nose, we'll again find some length in the spine. As you exhale through the mouth, I'm going to encourage you to let go with a sigh or a sound, imagining any tensions softening a little, any energies grounding. So let's begin with a nice breath in through the nose, finding length. Hold, exhale through the mouth with a little sigh or a sound. And again, a nice full breath in. Exhaling through the mouth. And one more. Nice full breath, finding length. Little pause. And again, fully letting go with a sigh or a sound. And then bringing your awareness back to the space around you gradually. Maybe bringing some movement back in gently to the body with the fingers and toes, the wrists, the ankles. And having turned toward the body and listen to the language of sensation, just really for the next 30 seconds or so, noticing what your body needs and giving it what it needs. Maybe it's a stretch, maybe it's a bit of shaking, maybe it's unwinding, maybe it's a yawn, or maybe it's to be still. But just honoring your body's needs in this moment. And then when you feel ready, slowly and gently open the eyes. As you open the eyes, it can be nice just to sort of scan your environment and just look for some items that are familiar for you or to you. So reorientating yourself with your space. And just noticing how you feel both in body and mind after this short practice. I hope for you it was supportive. I appreciate you joining me today. And again, a reminder that oftentimes when we're stuck in the head or find ourselves overthinking, we can kind of reframe that and recognize that maybe we're under feeling. Many of us learned that it's not safe to be in the body, that the intensity of emotions, whether it's an emotion like anger or grief, or it's an emotion like joy or pleasure, sometimes the intensity of these emotions can lead us to leaving the body and going to the head, building stories and getting caught overthinking. And so a practice like we did today is an invitation to come out of the head, to be with sensation, and to expand our capacity. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for joining me. I hope to speak soon. Grow more.